everybody and welcome to my channel. So if you would like to see how I got this look minus the terrible lip color, then keep on watching. So this was actually meant to be see, now I've got myself saying it. This is actually meant to be like a mint tutorial eyeshadow look. But once I played around with this e.l.f. eyeshadow palette and the little mint brush set that came with the collection and realized how much I hated both of them, this slowly turned into a review. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. So this eyeshadow palette is part of the e.l.f. Mint to Be. No, it's not Mint to, that's ColourPop. The e.l.f. Mint collection, like it was a whole collection. There was like lip glosses, 2 eyeshadow palettes, some skincare, brushes, whatever. So I just got, well, I got a few of their items. I got their face mask. I got their cleansing cloud. Now I'm hesitant to use both of these. I didn't like the other products in this collection, but yeah, I got one of their eyeshadow palettes. This is called Mint to Be. Oh, I guess it's called the same thing as the ColourPop one. Like, the little original here, e.l.f. Anyway, so I got their eyeshadow palette and I got their three-piece brush set. And yeah, so what was I even saying? So I decided that I was going to play around with them. And yeah, so I think the brush set and both the palette retail for $5. And honestly, like, they aren't even worth that. If you want a really nice mint palette, open up the purse strings a little bit and get the ColourPop Mint to Be for $14. It used to be $12. Don't get me started on that. Just do that instead because I was frustrated with this palette. But anyways, without further talking and yammering, like I tried to match, by the way. But without further yipper-yappering, let's just get on into the tutorial, the review, whatever you want to call it. Okay? Sounds like a plan. I feel like extra hyper today, and I think it's because of these balls. Like, I don't know. I don't usually wear my hair like this, so feeling playful, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to use the e.l.f. brush set, the Mint Melt brush set, to do my look, because I figure if I'm going to use their minty palette, might as well use their minty brushes. They give you 3 brushes, and while I think they mostly get the job done, I think they're probably going to be a little bit too big for my eyes. So like, I'm sorry, I need a smaller, whoa, that's like the size of my eye. I need a smaller crease brush than this. And I guess this will also have to be my blended brush, except it won't because I will use one of my other blended brushes. And then I guess I can use this for the lid. That might be okay. This for the outer corner, whoa. Usually go with something a little bit smaller, but again, this might be okay. I'm just gonna use what the good Lord e.l.f. gave me and make some makeup looks. What the heck? This thing is all like crusty and dusty. Nothing to fret about. This shade is just slightly broken. Okay, so the e.l.f. Okay, so e.l.f. had 2 little palettes just like this in this collection, but I just got this one because this is a minty look and I want to look as minty as possible. I think the other one had like browns in it. I mean, I guess, geez, that's gonna be really annoying, that hair. I mean, I guess if you're going for that mint chocolate chip look, then you'd probably like the minty brown one. But for me, I'm going with this one. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pistachio color. And, I mean, I guess you could say it's mint. And put it in the crease. Okay. Oof. I'm not really liking this brush so far. Okay, so now that I used that brush just for show, I'm going to take one of my favorite brushes and use that one instead. Okay, actually that's a little bit better. But you do get some fallout. Oh my god, you get a lot of fallout. Can you see that? I'm just going to be real. You want a really nice minty palette, go with the ColourPop Mint to Be. I liked that one a lot. I also feel like there was another minty one I used that I liked. Alright, I just blended out that minty color. I mean, I have to say, even though you only get 4 shades in this palette, I think, to me at least, these are all pretty workable shades. It's not like, oh, I can only use like that one color here and that's it. Like, I think I can use all of these colors to get a full look. So I'm going to attempt their minty brush again. This is such a pretty color. Believe it or not, this is actually the color of my bedroom wall, and actually you can see that in some of my past videos. I like color. So the color we chose was Spearmint. Okay, so this outer corner right there, that's more of like a sage green-ish. Have it, oh gosh. Ooh, okay, that was better. Okay, now I was scared about that color, but it's actually pretty okay. Like, it blended out pretty well. I thought it would just be like overtaking the whole eye look and just making it super like dark, but it didn't, which I guess that could be a good or a bad thing. Like, I didn't want a super dark green to interfere with the mintiness of this look, but I guess that also means when you blend out this color, you lose some of that vibrancy. So I guess that's the sacrifice you have to make to get your minty look. I don't know, guys. I don't think this palette and me are meant to be. It's just not working for me. Like, I'm having some struggles with it. I'm having some struggles. Like, I keep having to dip into the pan, onto the eye, into the pan, onto the eye. Alright, let's hope that this lid shade, this nice spearmint color over here, will be better. So again, I'm going to take this lid brush, just dab that in. Ooh, that is like nice and dense. But why do I feel like I'm not picking up? Okay, there we go. I really had to jab my brush into that shadow. Okay. As feared, that lid brush is just a little bit too big for me. I need something just a little bit smaller to help me get into the corners. Oh yeah, this one's much better. By the way, the brush set I'm using is BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil. Like, if you'll notice, I pretty much use this brush set in like all of my videos because I just love it so much. I think I need to order it back up. Okay, yeah, this works so much better. So this is making me think that part of the problem with this palette is the brush set. However, you definitely do get fallout, but once I switched brushes, this green shade is actually pretty decent. Okay, here we are at, here's where we're at with the mintiness. I mean, it's pretty minty at this point. So now I'm going to take that frosty mint shade and I'm going to use that on both my inner corners and under my brow bone as a highlight. It's a little bit chunky. Oh, that's glittery. Of course it's glittery. What did I expect? I expected something more shimmery, to be honest. Ooh, I tell you what though, that shade does look really beautiful in the inner corners. Can you see that? It looks really pretty. Now I'm going to go back in with this awful green shade and line the lashes. And there you have it. There's my minty look. Not really, hold on. I'm just going to go back into this shade right here, that first shade we used, just one more time. Just to bring that crease color back to life a little bit. Just kind of blend together all the different shades we have going on. See, do you see the difference? Do you see the difference? Okay, so there is my little minty eye look for you. What do we think? Ooh. If it wasn't so frosty, I would possibly take this shade right here, put it on the center of the lids. How pretty would that be? Let's just swatch these shades out super quick. Ooh, that feels really rough and not good. That feels gritty. Okay, so that's the swatches right there. The top shade that you totally can't see is that minty shade that I used first. And now, just to round out this look and to be super extra, I am taking this ultra glossy lip. It's like a green glittery shade from ColourPop. It's in this shade Stratus Update. This came out in one of their holiday collections a few years back. I don't think they still have this available, but I wanted a green lip, so sorry. But I mean, not a lot of people wear green lips anyway, so I don't think a lot of people are exactly going to be rushing out to buy this after they see me wearing it, or have the inclination to. Oh, that looks terrible. That's like a gray purple shade. That looks terrible. We tried. Oh, we failed. So I guess you know my thoughts on the palette and the brush set. I don't really like either of them. I felt like the palette really was not pigmented enough. Like, I had to dip my brush back into that pan so many times before I got a little bit going on my eyes. I mean, I was able to build up the pigmentation, don't get me wrong. It just took a bit of work with a bit of fallout and a bit of frustration. And that brush set was of no help because I felt like it did nothing in picking up the brushes. And I felt like the brushes were just so huge, it was hard to get the colors where I needed them to go. But that, I know, is just preference and eye shape. But for me, it's a no-go. So there's my final look. I hope you maybe enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, because it's not always a huge fail on this channel, I promise. Okay, bye.